Hey guys, Blairbot here. I'm sure you already know what's going on based on the title of the video, but anyway, I'm here to do my second quick thoughts video on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The first one that I did, I just kind of, well, to be honest, it was pretty negative because it was right after the Koro with all the stuff that I was disappointed by. So a lot of it was, yeah, pretty negative. So hopefully this can be more positive. And just like the last time, I just kind of wrote down some stuff I wanted to talk about. So I'm just going to talk about it. So my goal is to cover everything since the last video. The new Koro scans came out like yesterday or today, so that's why I'm doing it now, is because this is the last, like, we've basically learned everything we're going to learn before the game is coming out. It's coming out in 8 days, so yeah, that's why I'm doing it now. And also why I didn't do it before was because I was waiting for this. Anyway, so I guess the first thing I will talk about are the new Megas. I won't talk about them a lot though. Oh yeah, spoilers. So for the Megas, I'm just going to go through all of them and give like a 3-word comment on each of them, unless I have something else I want to say. So here we go. Sableye, kind of cool, also kind of weird. Metagross, pretty weird. And I have something to say here. They are giving away a shiny Beldum, which is stupid because, well, first of all, I've spent a lot of time trying to get a shiny Metang, and I got one, and now everyone's going to have one. So I'm kind of unhappy about that. And it's just another thing where they're making shinies common. They aren't rare anymore. They used to be like the hardest thing to find ever, and now anyone can get one some way or another. So I'm kind of disappointed about that. Also, I remember I said I don't know what I would do if Steven didn't have a Mega Aggron. Well, I guess I can take that back because I didn't take into consideration that they could make a Mega Metagross. Anyway, I don't know why it has to be shiny. Altaria, I like Cotton Candy. Lopunny, a little less playboy, so I guess that's good. Salamence, a lot of people don't like it. I think it's kind of neat. Slowbro, dumb. Audino, I like the fact that it's Unova. I like it. Gallade, okay, Gallade, I like Gallades. However, Wally has it, which is wrong, because he is a Gardevoir, not a Gallade, so I don't like that. Camerupt, I really like Camerupt, because if any of you have followed me on Twitter, you could see that my background is like a picture of Numel, because me and my friend really like that picture of Numel for some reason. So yeah, when I play through the game, I think I'm going to play through it with Sceptile and Numel. Like, that's it. Sharpedo, what's the difference? Okay, Rayquaza, I don't know what I think of it. The Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, it's just little variations here and there, but they still retain their basic appearance, whereas Rayquaza is quite different, which isn't a bad thing, but it might... Okay, I still think it's pretty cool. It's just a little different for me. This is like the mega criticism corner. Okay. Beedrill, cool. Pidgeot, I don't know. Just looks like Braviary now. Latios and Latios, it's kind of weird that they're the same, but I can't really complain. Steelix is pretty cool. Again, it's okay. This one it's like Rayquaza. It's different, but I kind of like it. Glalie I liked until I found out it couldn't close its mouth, and then I thought it was weird. Okay, so that's the Megas. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is the Latios and Latios flying over Hoenn. So first I thought that it was really cool. Like, I was pretty excited for it, but I don't know. It kind of looks bland, to be honest. Like the first time is going to be awesome. It's one of those things where, like, okay, have you ever had like a game that you bought and when you played it, it was like the best thing ever, and then you beat it, it was like whatever. And then you had a friend come over and they were all excited about it just like you were, but you were kind of like, it's not that great. Like, I already played it. Well, I think it's going to be like that. Like, the first time it comes up, you'll be like, wow, this is awesome. And then you do it, okay, I did it. That's just what I feel like it's going to be like. And all the environments are going to be kind of basic looking. Like, you can fly at any point and go anywhere and land anywhere, but it's not going to be like transitional. Like, you literally just go down. No, there's probably going to be a loading thing. If there isn't, I mean, that's good, but it's not like the region looks as good from the top in terms of details as it does from the ground. Anyway, I am excited to check it out, but I have a feeling like it's going to be boring after the first time, or maybe the second. Anyway, secret bases, they were boring in the first game, they're probably going to be boring now. Yes, they're easier to transfer, but who cares? Contests, looks like they are also worse. Like, they just don't look as fun. I mean, you can Mega Evolve in contest, whoop-de-doo. I will try it. Well, I'm going to try everything, obviously. But I kind of am not looking forward to it. There's also the multi-nav, which adds a whole bunch of new unnecessary features. Again, it's like they're adding all these things that are like, wow, look at all the stuff you can do. But it's like, okay, it was fine without it too. You know, you could have done something else to make the overall game better in the meantime. Like, well, I don't know, moving the health bars over. Okay, then speaking of, okay, I should have said this when I was talking about contests. There's the cosplay Pikachu, and again, it's like, look, you can dress up your Pikachu. Okay, great. Yeah, it was okay when I couldn't dress him up too, but now I can. Okay, so hopefully you get what I'm saying. It's not like I'm mad about it, but it's like, whatever. I also want to talk about the Mirage spots and the legendaries. So they're saying that if you own X and Y in this game, you can catch every legendary. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, think about how... Okay, in X and Y, you could get Xerneas, Yveltal, Zygarde, Mewtwo, and the 3 legendary birds. So, what legendaries do we not have? Okay, let's go through them all. Mew, Entei, Raikou, Suicune, Ho-Oh, Lugia, Celebi, Regice, Registeel, Regirock, Latios, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Jirachi, Deoxys, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, Darkrai, Cresselia, Heatran, Regigigas, did I say Darkrai? Arceus, Shaman, Victini, Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, Cobalion, Virizion, Terrakion, Zekrom, Reshiram, Kyurem, Keldeo, Meloetta, Genesect. Okay? Okay, did you get tired of that list? Yeah, I did too. So you know what that means? Apparently, you can catch all of those legendaries in these games, unless they're going to give some out, which it looks like they will, because there's an event in Japan where you could get like Shaman, Jirachi, and Manaphy. I forgot Manaphy. There you go, I remembered Manaphy. So, yeah, it seems like you'll be able to catch every legendary in this game. Okay, how many legendaries were there in the first game that you could catch? 4. 4. They're called legendaries because they're special. If you can catch this many, between like 20 or 30, however many it is, in one game, that's not special anymore. And sure, people want to be able... Like, completing the Pokédex was hard. It was hard. You had to buy a lot of different games, catch the legendaries in those games, trade them over, go like event stuff, and if you were a kid, get like a Game Shark or something because you couldn't go to events. Whatever, just don't tell anyone. And then you could do it. But now, you have to buy, okay, well, 4 games. X, Y, okay. 5 games and hope that you get a different legendary bird in each game of X and Y. But you know what I mean, like you could trade on Wi-Fi and stuff. Or trade with a friend. So 2 games. 2 games and you can complete the Pokédex. That's not what I think it's all like about. It's about buying different games, which you can get different Pokemon, and then putting that all together to say, look, I have them all. And in Gen 3, because Generation 2, you could not trade to Generation 3. So Generation 3 had to do the same thing. And that was 5 games. Well, really it's 3. Yeah, really it's 3. So, okay, it's not too much different than that. However, there are more than twice as many Pokemon now than there were then. And you also have to remember, this isn't just legendaries. There were a lot of Pokemon from previous regions in X and Y, but that's because there weren't that many new Pokemon. So in these games, they are just going to be packed to the brim, and it's going to, like, I don't know, it's going to feel like a lot. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off topic. I wanted to talk about, because I was on Legendaries, I wanted to talk about the Regis. So they released a new trailer today about the new stuff they revealed. And they said, look at all the Legendaries you can find in Mirage spots. Okay, so you've got 3 more, and then the Regis. And that seems kind of weird, because Regis, they're already in the game. They have their own caves that you have to do the event, the cool Braille event, which, by the way, the Braille's probably going to be gone because, you know, it wouldn't make sense, I guess. Anyway, but now they're in Mirage spots. So how does that work? But are they in Mirage spots? Because if you look in the picture, they look like they are in a cave themed to their own type. So Regirock is in, like, a normal cave. Registeel's in, like, a grayer cave, and Regice is in an ice cave, or Regice, I don't know. So maybe that was just an error, but I would be disappointed if the way you got the Regis was the same as the way you got all these other legendaries you're not supposed to get. Anyway, there's also Deoxys, which I will talk about that other new revealed thing later, but the question is, will Deoxys... Well, no, I'll talk about this later. One of the things I was complaining about in the last one was the redesigns. You know, Brendan, May, Maxi Archie. I think those were the main ones. I will be honest, those really bugged me at the time, but like I don't really care too much anymore. Ever since then, they haven't showed too many new trainers. Well, old new trainers. I mean, so I'll just say, like, the ones I wasn't really too happy with, I wasn't too happy with Brawly because, like, I don't know, he was like a surfer dude and now he's like a fitness nut or something. Oh, and Wally, it just seems wrong to me, like his whole situation. Like in Ruby Sapphire, he was just like, oh, I'm a kid, I'm gonna catch a Pokemon. Okay, it's a Ralts. Okay, I'm gonna try and beat you one day. Oh no, I can't. Oh well, thanks for helping me. And I mean, I guess that's still how he is, but he looks like more glorified. Okay, I don't know if that's the right word, but like, I think he has a cape or something. Does he? Okay, actually, maybe. Well, yeah, I'll check. Okay, I was wrong. His shirt is just baggy. Anyway, I don't know, like, he's definitely different. Gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of it. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's not like it ruins the game. But, I mean, he just seems like, I don't know. I can't really get a personality out of him because, like, you see, there's like a screenshot of him looking all like he literally looks like, I mean, obviously he's 10. He's the same age as you somehow, but he looks extremely young in this screenshot. Then you go to the artwork of him with Mega Gallade, and he looks like 15 or something. It just seems weird. But yeah, Gallade's pretty cool. Other than that, though, I don't really care too much about the redesigns. I'm still not happy with them, but yeah, again, they won't ruin the game. I guess now I'll talk about the episode Delta. Not so much about what goes on, but about when the event happens and how it happens and what you get out of it. So presumably you'll be able to get Deoxys, because it says it's a battle between Mega Rayquaza and Deoxys, and you can see yourself, well, actually, okay, it's probably yourself, but you can't say for sure, riding Mega Rayquaza. So presumably you need to have Mega Rayquaza, like you have to have caught it, which activates an event, and then all of a sudden you get the Rayquazite, and then you go and battle Deoxys. That would be my guess. Actually, that wouldn't, well, yeah, that kind of makes sense. The other option is it going to be, well, because here's the thing. I was talking with someone, and they were saying it doesn't make sense for it to just be a normal thing in the game, because they gave it a name. Like, this is episode Delta. It doesn't make as much sense for it to be just something that happens if it has a name. Like, so, here's an example. Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies has the main game, and then it has the special episode, right? So it's not a part of the game. It's add-on downloadable content, which you have to pay for. So it seems weird, like, I mean, okay, Pokemon's not Phoenix Wright, okay, but why would they give it a name if it's just something that happens? I mean, yes, Delta is like, well, like, basically Mega Rayquaza is like Delta Rayquaza. I mean, we kind of know that. Its ability is Delta Storm, I think. I might be wrong, but anyway. So it would make sense if they decided to have this as a Wi-Fi event or something. Like, for example, you get Rayquazite in a Wi-Fi event, and then when you go pick it up, Wallace or Steven comes to you, and then the whole thing starts, because it says they are heavily involved. So that is my theory about it. And as for Deoxys, well, because like I said, it seems like you would go, like, so... yeah, it seems like you would go catch Deoxys. So this might be the Deoxys event. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of my thinking behind it. As for my thoughts about it, I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. Everyone was always going on about how when the spaceship launch got to 100, you could go to the moon and catch Deoxys or something. So hey, it looks like they're having something like that. Or was it Jirachi? I forget. Anyway, yeah, that's that. I also want to talk about the demo. Okay, so hopefully you guys know about the demo. If you don't know about it, you can get it for free by going to Poke Beach and looking for the post that says generate a random demo code, and you can do that and get a code and download the demo. However, I don't recommend it because the demo sucks. Like, it's so boring. I was getting kind of excited for the game, and I was like, oh yeah, the demo's coming out, okay, cool. And then I played the demo, and it was like, I got disinterested in the game a little bit from it. Like, it was very boring. Actually, I take it back. Do download the demo because you can get a Mega Glalie, which you can transfer to the real game. But that's it. That's the only reason you would want to. But yeah, like, it was really boring. Like, all you did was go on adventures. Like, oh, beat 3 trainers, yay. And it shows, like, the new movement without roller skates. How much it is like X and Y, which is, again, a little depressing because X and Y I wasn't a huge fan of. Anyway, that is almost all I wanted to talk about, and then I'll give my final thoughts. But I did want to talk about the thing I'm looking forward to most, which is not anything we've talked about yet. And it's actually the music, which sounds stupid, I know. But Generation 3 had, like, awesome music, great music. And for the new games, obviously it's the same music, but it's like, it's redone and it sounds great. I mean, there are some songs some people might not like, but I really like it. So that's just going to be me going through the game, just listening to the music, not even caring about the story because it's, well, we basically know the story. And it's probably going to be easy again, like X and Y. They should put in, like, in Black and White 2, they had a difficulty setting. I mean, you had to beat the game first to get it, but still, I wish they would do that again. Well, I mean, the game wasn't exactly, well, X and Y was easier the first playthrough than Black and White 2 was, but yeah, they still had a harder option. I think that would be cool. So the music, I'm gonna play example. I'll play 2 examples, the Little Root Town and Rival Battle theme, so you can just listen to the difference. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so I hope you like that. I like it too. Anyway, I guess I'll give my final thoughts now. Basically, this is going to sum everything up. What am I going to be doing on November 21st once I get Omega Ruby? Well, I'm going to go home and play Smash Bros. Wii U. So yeah, like I'm still gonna get it, still gonna play it, but it's not my first priority, and I hope it goes well, because if it doesn't go well, I can't really be optimistic about the future of Pokemon games. I'm sorry, but I can't. Like X and Y, okay, it was not a bad game, but it was downhill. It really was. And I just hope they don't screw up Generation 3, because if they do, then I mean, well, how hard is it to remake a good game? That's the question. If they can do it, okay, good. If they can't do it, well, they might be in trouble. So anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next time.